What's on the front page of tomorrow's Herald Sun?
Herald Sun, the splash tomorrow, extraordinary story. I was in Melbourne when it all went down in September last year. It's nearly a year to the day. Exclusive from Brooke Greebert-Craig. Melbourne woman hit by rollercoaster defies odds to be walking and talking again 12 months after horror accident. Show ride miracle is the headline. Now, you may recall this accident last year. The woman in question walked onto the tracks of a roller coaster after apparently dropping her phone. Here's a little reminder of the coverage at the time.
A young woman is in the fight of her life after she was struck by a roller coaster.
Falling 9 metres from a roller coaster at the Melbourne Royal Show.
While on the roller coaster, police say she dropped her phone. Show organisers maintain the ride didn't malfunction.
Mystery surrounds a horrific roller coaster accident.
Now, she was, as you heard there, flung 9 metres up into the air, was very lucky to be alive, was left in hospital for months and got out in January. Well, the update tomorrow tells us that a Melbourne woman left fighting for life after she was struck by a roller coaster is walking and talking again 1 year after the accident. Shylah Rodden, 26, suffered serious injuries to her head, pelvis, arms, legs and back when struck at the Melbourne Royal Show last year. I tell you what, she should go and buy a lotto ticket because she is so lucky to be walking and talking again. And I know this woman's had a few other issues barely a week after she got out of hospital in January. She was facing theft charges over another incident. She'd previously been involved in a car crash where she was at fault. So she's had a bit of a troubled life. And to go through that and still be here on the other side,
I think from memory her brother died just before this accident as well. So, I mean, she'd been in a lot of strife, but it's amazing she was not expected to live. Then if she did live with major brain injury, she wasn't expected to be functioning at all. So for her, not just to be talking, but up and walking, I mean, it's extraordinary recovery.
Well, given her rocky past, you'd think she'd have a new lease on life after this. This is truly miraculous.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't want to blow such a second chance like that.
Yeah.
And just sticking with the Herald Sun for a moment, of course, the Brownlow count is going on tonight, and being the football town that it is, Melbourne is celebrating onto the front of the front page there. Dressed and fairest is the headline. Our footy stars shone all season on the field, and last night they and their partners were just as spectacular at the Brownlow count, and we have some of the first photos for you tonight. That's, of course, Patrick Dangerfield first up from Geelong. There's Nick Dacos, the favourite for the Brownlow. Richmond's Tim Taranto there with his partner Tash Hoole. The Giants' Toby Green with Georgia Sturton, who's his pregnant partner at the moment. And Jack Viney and his wife Charlotte. And if we get any further news out of the Brownlow, we'll let you know.
I'm going to talk to our producer about having no North Melbourne players in that segment. Well, I don't know what's wrong with this show.
Do they even get invited?
No North Melbourne players. Now, Nick Larkey, he'll do well, and Sheasel, he'll do well. Shame on our producers for not having a North Melbourne player
Who are
featured
they?
in that little montage.